Okay, we're gonna get right into warming up because it's probably the most important part of your exercise routine. All right, we're gonna do some flexion extension. Remember, we wanna get the neck and the lower back involved at the same time. So bend down and touch your toes and tuck your chin down. Excellent. Come all the way back up. Put your hands behind your back, extend your back, and look up as far as you can. Okay, come back and do that repetition again. And going nice and slow. You notice how he's doing that? Tuck that chin down, come back up, hands behind your back. And you want to make sure that as you're doing this exercise, keep going. You don't want to spend too much time in one position. He's going nice and slow, tucking, come back up. If you can't touch your toes, it's okay, go as far as you can. And if you can't look up at the ceiling all the way, look up as far as you can and try to go a little further each time. This is so critical, and we've already talked about this in the introduction, that it's very important that you loosen up the joints and get blood into the joint and make sure your discs get warmed up. Okay, so Ryle, so all you're doing is 5 repetitions or so for the video, but you really should do 10 repetitions of each of these exercises to thoroughly warm up. And I know you're gonna wanna rush, but don't rush. Okay, next exercise is lateral flexion. Okay, so arms by your side. You're just trying to lean over and drop your fingers down towards your knee and try to let your head fall as far as it can laterally and come back up. And then do the same on the other side. Excellent. Okay, look straight ahead. Now try to do about 5 repetitions just for the video's sake so that you can see him doing this. And he's spending about 1, 2, and then coming back up. 1, 2, come back up. There you go. 1, 2, come back up. Now, he's a well-trained athlete, and this isn't exactly easy, is it?
It's not.
Yeah. See, if he were cheating, he would lift his foot off the ground. You would see people kind of doing this motion. You're just using your back. That's it, and your neck. That's very good. Okay, and then now we're going to do rotation. So what we want to do is put your arms up so nice and flat. Bring them up here. That's good. Rotate as far as you can that way, just with your back. Make sure your feet stay on the ground. And then look over your shoulder on your right side as far as you can. Okay, come back and go to the other side. And then you go 1, 2, look over that shoulder and come back. Now let's do 5 repetitions on each side. You, again, remember, try to do 10, but for video purposes, we're just shortening it a little bit. And this is going to help you moms, when your kids are acting up in the back seat, that you'll be able to look at them and swat them really quick, and they'll be like, oh, mom, she could spin her head all the way around. It's very important. It'll also help you prevent injuries when you start your exercise routine. Okay, that's enough. I think everybody gets the point. So now bring your arms out like this. And what you're doing is you're gonna warm up those shoulder joints. So I want you to rotate forward. Great. And then rotate the other direction. This is great for your brain too, because usually you like one rotation going forward or backwards, one or the other. Okay, then pause out here, and then rotate your wrists, and then rotate your wrists the other direction. Okay, so we just effectively warmed up the upper extremities, the neck, the shoulders, all of that. Okay, now we're gonna work on those hip flexors. Super important, because as we age, those hip flexors get tight and we start kind of doing this motion. So we're gonna open those up. So what you're gonna do is do big circles to open that hip up. So standing now, if you need to hold on to a chair or the couch or something in your living room, that's fine. But Ryle's a trained athlete, he can do this standing in the room, and you'll work your way up to doing this too. It's great for your brain. So let's go ahead and open that hip all the way up. So big circle on one side, and then go to the other side. Okay, do that again, and down. Do it again. So it's important as he's doing these repetitions to try to smooth that motion out. Like so it's a big circle, and that you're not leaning and falling and all that. You will get better at this, and this will save you from bending over like we've seen I hate to say it, but grandparents and older folks, that's what happens. Okay, very good. Then the last thing we're gonna do is ankle rotations. So we're gonna rotate one way, big circles, and the other. Now you're getting your knee involved in this too, so knees is moving in a nice rotation as well. And then do the other side, and it's kind of easy going one way, and then the other way is a little jerky.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's pretty jerky.
Yeah. So these range of motion activities are so important. It's great for brain function, balance, coordination, and don't rush. Take your time and do these right so that you don't get any future injuries. Okay, how was it?
This leg was easier than the other one. Like when I was doing this one, it was kind of choppy, whereas this one is a little bit more.
Are you right-handed?
I am.
Yep. So see, this is going to help it balance out because we're dominant on one side, and we use one side of the brain more than the other. So there's a lot of cool things that's going on inside your body when you're doing these. It's great for injury prevention, and we want to make sure that you stay healthy and balanced. All right, on to the next stuff.